At last the silence is broken. What was forged in armor parties, convention halls, and long troops under distant suns was never truly gone. It merely waited. The mics are on once more. Members of the 501st Legion, friends of the dark side, the 501st cast has returned.
Welcome to the 501st Cast, the official podcast of the 501st Legion, Vader's Fist. Here's your host, myself, Michael Hinton, TK5351 from Garrison Carida, and I am here with
Chris Nitro, TR82065 from the Northeast Remnant Garrison.
Mikey Bouchereau, TB60614 from the Bluegrass Garrison.
Matt Schraeder, TB99920 from Starkiller Garrison.
And I'm Anthony, AP Pizzuto, SL22381 from the Northeast Remnant Garrison. All right, folks, let's dive into the numbers from the Imperial Security Bureau. As of January 24th, 2026, we have 12,885 active members and 33,703 approved costumes. And, fun fact, everyone, the TI designated costume is still at number one. Who'd have guessed? At 5,451 approved costumes, actually up 15 since our last episode, while the CP designated costumes are coming in last again with no movement at 22. So come on, clone pilots, what gives? What's going on?
I'm working on mine. That's my excuse.
Perfect. Okay, at least you're working on one. Thank you. Thank you. That's one of those 96 armors in progress, I'm assuming. So we have 921 new applications, 96 armors in progress, and one ready for duty. So congrats on to you. Now get out there and start trooping. Okay, Mike, what's going on in the news?
Well, in the 501st news, and we have some later in the show about the elections, but the other news for the 501st Cast is we'll be taking part in Star Wars Podcast Day, which is February 7th, just 2 days after the release of this episode. And what Star Wars Podcast Day is there for is not only listen to our podcast, like, subscribe, and share, but also check out other Star Wars podcasts for Star Wars Podcast Day. And now we're moving into the CRLs.
Since the last episode, we've actually had three brand new CRLs were published to the CRL library. First one we have is the 501st Trooper Phase 2. It's the specialist from Battlefront 2, the video game. Have you guys played Battlefront 2 at all?
Oh, yeah.
Poorly. Yes.
Poorly. Same, Mike, same.
The next one is the Republic Commando from the Expanded Universe. Phase 1, the Night Operations Armor. And lastly, we have the Clone Captain from the Clone Wars. Phase 2, Wilco from Season 7 of the Clone Wars.
Oh, nice.
Any of you have clones here?
No.
No, but I just printed my Rex. I'm going to do a Rex Ahsoka. So, I mean, that's one of the many costumes that I'm doing. So, the live action one with the backwards armor, but I guess they do that a lot too, because they did that with the Scout in Mandalorian.
Player Scouts, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the backwards armor. But I'm still starting on that. It's slow. It's probably like 4 costumes down the way, but it'll be there eventually. Always working on something.
Do you think we'll ever get a Max Rebo CRL?
No.
I mean, how cool would Max Rebo?
Don't tempt me here. I mean, ooh.
I've always fantasized. Oh yeah,
just walk around with the keyboard on it, and
right.
That might be fun.
I've also fantasized about a Jabba the Hutt, but like a 5-person, like the original, like that would be a lot of fun. A lot of work, but a lot of fun.
Whoever does that should be crew of the quarter. I'm just saying right now.
Well, the Hutt might get a little more with the new Mando movie coming out.
That is true.
Because you have Stinky's going to be
Rada. Yeah. That should be fun.
Nice. Awesome.
Good day, Galaxy. This is TK2066, serving as Starkiller Garrison of the 501st Legion. You are listening to the 501st Cast.
And now up, we're going to talk about.
And speaking of Crew of the Quarter, we're handing this off to Matt. Talk about Trooper of the Month and Crew of the Quarter.
Yeah, so the Crew of the Quarter, and this is really not a big surprise. It was the group that organized TrooperFest. And long list, yes. Golf claps on that.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah, there was no competition for it. That was the only one that was submitted, and really, I don't know if there could have been much competition for that one. As Mikey,
sir.
Oh man, that was so much fun.
Background.
Then the Trooper of the Month for December was Luis Dicara, DS89889 from Death Star Garrison in Brazil. And so he did 8 troops in December.
Wow.
8. So
wow.
2 a week. So buckets off for that. That is amazing.
Yes.
And now, it wasn't just any troops. This included a hospital visit, a Christmas party that hosted about 800 kids.
Oh, wow.
An event for other kids with special needs, and then a Christmas parade that he not only marched in, but also helped to organize.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely.
That is awesome.
That is an awesome.
Yeah,
Congrats,
I can't
buckets off, Lewis.
Yeah.
And now with the Trooper of the Year, what we do is we take all of the Trooper of the Month winners, and then they're voted on. And Luis was also the winner of Trooper of the Year.
Oh,
so
hey,
congrats again. Yeah.
Woo.
There we go.
Awesome. Fantastic. Congrats.
Well, that brings us to honorary members and friends of the Legion. And now that we were talking pre-show about how to pronounce the names, I'm going to pronounce them wrong now. Alistair Petrie was inducted in 10/16/25 by Darren Green, BH 21072, and sponsored by the UK Garrison. Alistair portrayed General Draven in Rogue One and Andor. And honorary member Genevieve O'Reilly was also inducted in 10/16/25 by Darren Green, BH 21072, and sponsored by the UK Garrison. Genevieve portrayed Mon Mothma across several Star Wars movies and shows. My daughter's, I'm a big fan of Rogue One, but my daughter's like a super fan of all Rogue One. So congrats to them, and congrats to those honorary members. So next is our mission reports. Again, now we put some mission reports together, but we are counting on the members of whoever's writing mission reports. Get them to us. In the future, we'll have many ways for you to get them to us, but get those mission reports to us so we have more mission reports to read.
Mission reports.
So the first mission report we have is from the members of Garrison Carida, who were deployed to the Philly Gaming Expo in Oaks, Pennsylvania on January 16th through 18th. Even though the troopers were out of their element, the guests and vendors loved to see the Star Wars characters. A young stormtrooper with his brother dressed as a rebel fleet trooper was glad for the TK support. Carida was joined by the droid builders and Mando Burks to make this a fun 3-day event. Now, I need to ask, because I know you were there, Mike.
Yes.
And we're going to go a little bit deeper in this one. Why was it? Were you guys out of your element?
It was a gaming convention, but it was D&D type games. I think there was a wrestling game there because there was someone dressed like Macho Man was running around. But it was a D&D event. And now I'm old, and I would say 50% of the crowd was older than me. Like this was old school D&D players from the 70s. So yeah, we were out of our element, but the people loved us. But we were second to the dragons and maces and beholders and stuff like that. But it was a fun event. We hit 3 days. Mando Mercs had their setup. The droid builders had some droids driving around. So a lot of fun.
So a little space fantasy versus the actual fantasy that was there.
Right.
Sounds like you guys had a great time though.
The highlight was I went to the one vendor and he had all of the West Coast Star Wars role-playing game.
Oh yeah.
Was that West Coast? But
he
had all the
Coast.
Wizard of the Coast.
Not Wizards of the Coast. It was what was it? West End Games or something like that made it.
Mm-hmm.
And he had all the miniatures. I've seen all the books before, but he had all the miniatures unopened, the Grenadier miniatures of probably like 15 boxes of them of all the different miniatures. So I thought that was really cool. So
we can definitely relate here in New Jersey. We got invited to a gaming convention. I shouldn't say a gaming convention. It was a gaming retreat. So it was literally people paying to go hang out in a hotel and like in their ballroom, and just there was a gaming library that people could just go pick games.
Oh yeah.
And sit and like just game quietly all day long and do that. So it's definitely that D&D type atmosphere where people are just into the story and they're creating things and they're trying new games out. And we were just standing on the sidelines like, we're here for photos and raising money for charity. And so we did the thing, right? We like all our clubs were there in New Jersey, and we had a good time. But I'm not sure it's exactly the avenue or the setup for the 501st, right? Because people are hyper focused on a specific thing to do.
Right. But again, we had that kid dressed up as a trooper. He was so happy because him and his brother were running around shooting each other with Nerf guns. And when he had a second stormtrooper, so that made my day. I was like, yeah, that was worth it.
Nice.
There we go. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, even if we're out of our element. That you never know when you're gonna get that one person who's there for a different reason who sees you and is like, oh, it's a thing. Maybe I should join. Or like said, the kids who are having fun. And if you're raising money for a charity, that's never a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and we did talk to some potential members that didn't know we existed. Like it was kind of neat to explain your costumes and what we do. So because we forget, being on the 501st cast or even being a trooper sometime, we forget that people don't really know. There's people that don't know we exist. Like they don't understand the whole premise of it. So tons of fun.
Now for another mission report, on January 24th, Starkiller Garrison attended the KRG Toy Show. That means it's kind of really good. No, the KRG is for the organizers, Ken, Rob, and Greg. Both Rob and Greg are members of Starkiller Garrison. And this was held in Butler, Pennsylvania. It's about an hour north of Pittsburgh, kind of rural area. So there were a lot of vendors there, including a few who run other toy shows in the area and even farther away. So the camaraderie of the different vendors supporting each other was really nice. It was packed with people who braved the cold to come out and browse the toys. There were a lot of kids there. They were happy to see us. I gave away a bunch of cards and took a ton of photos with kids and some not so kids as well. 9 members of the 501st and Rebel Legion were there. There was also a member of the Galactic Academy who had a really good time looking at toys, as you can imagine. A special thanks to Bryce Wallett, who's ID 92018. He came through with Band-Aids after one of the other troopers got a minor cut on his hand. Don't worry, he's fine. Just needed something to not bleed in his costume, That leads us to the next thing of having first aid items in your tote. So it's a good recommendation for everyone. You have that repair kit to fix your costume. Also have that repair kit to fix people. So both come in handy. Even if it's just little minor scrapes or whatever, up to anything a little bit more serious. Like, he had Advil and Tylenol and other things just for headaches, and N95 mask, just, fully prepared. So big shout out to Bryce for helping out.
That's a great PSA. I feel like we need a the more you know now.
Yes. Mikey will have it made before we're done talking right now.
Got it going. I'll do
Get
that.
on it, Mikey.
A stormtrooper, a TIE fighter going away.
Yeah.
We just dated ourselves with that. The more you know, right there, guys.
Sorry. My bad.
I just recommend duct tape and electrical tape. You don't need Band-Aids when you're out there trooping, right? Just wrap it up and get back on the floor, right?
Little known facts. Super glue can also be used to close wounds.
Yep. Very true.
It's too valuable, man. That's safe for armor.
One more mission report we have is out of Garrison Carida, which is based in West Virginia. They attended the Southern West Virginia Card Show on January 17th through 18th. There were a lot of vendors there, including the organizer of a small con in Virginia. So Garrison Tyrannus might get a troop out of it. The droid builders might also get a new member from an interested con attendee. 5 501st members went on Saturday and 3 on Sunday.
All right. So let's do some miscellaneous items, shall we? Attention all 501st Legion members. The time has come to shape the future of your organization. Remember, the 501st runs on the troopers who step up, serve, and keep the mission moving. So we're accepting nominations. If you know someone who leads with the passion of a hangry Gundark, supports the team like an overprotective Grand Moff, and wants to make Palpatine proud by representing the Empire, then nominate them. Nominations are open until February 6th at 11:59 UTC. And Nitro, tell everybody what UTC is.
Universal Time Coordinated. It's accepted by the entire scientific community. The Imperial Security Bureau approves.
The more you know. followed by a Q&A session, closing statements, and of course, most importantly, voting begins on February 13th at 12:01 a.m. UTC and ends on February 17th at 11:59 p.m. UTC. So visit 501st.com/elections for more info. All right, Matt, I'm tossing it to you to share our dedications.
All right, so this episode of the 501st cast is dedicated to Mark Templeton, TK69323 of the Capital City Garrison, Sharon Herzig, TK1958 of the Alabama Garrison, and Jake Simmons, SL88993 of the Oklahoma Garrison. Buckets off to all of these troopers, their families, and their friends. We solemnly enter their names into our Hall of Eternal Legionnaires.
Where are we at? Website
reminders.
Website wrap-up. Sorry, I was trying to get that more you know going.
I was
really trying to get it done.
Sorry,
trying to get
Mikey,
it done. No, but I also want to give a moment for our, for our Legionnaires who we want to give a moment of silence to. But just kind of reminder to everyone, as a reminder, we are reactivating our online presence where you can post your feedback, comments, and listen to previous episodes of the show. You can also reach us at our phone, our voicemail at 551-501-TALK. That's 551-501-TALK or 551-501-8255. The 501st cast is an easy way to catch up on a few weeks of Legion news while driving, at the office, or working out. But you're looking for up-to-the-minute news, you'll need to get with the 501st social media and join the discussion as thousands of fellow Star Wars fans share their passion for trooping, Star Wars, and charity.
And finishing up, we were looking for shout outs. We didn't get any shout outs. So I was looking at all the people that wished us well on the 501st forums. And hopefully I got everyone. And I'm sure I'm going to butcher your name. So I apologize ahead of time. But I have Julian Nunn, ID 46306 from Golden Gate Garrison. Jamie Tobbit, ID 67076 from Imperial Sands Garrison. Paul, is it Herbert? ID 12775 from the Imperial Scottish Garrison. William Rowan Hill, ID 29192 of Northeast Remnant Garrison. Anthony Welling, ID 2066 from Starkiller Garrison. He also submitted our bumper in today's show too, so shout out to him. Jace Fox, 5548 from the UK Garrison. Kevin Brown, ID 33151 from the Southern Cross Garrison. Jason Brash, ID 86557 from Desert Scorpion Garrison. Kevin Martinez, ID 71689 Northeast Remnant Garrison. And Thomas Felton, ID 41961 from the UK Garrison. I just want to thank all of those guys and gals for just chiming in and offering his support. All of us here at everyone, all five of us have been working a lot to bring this, and Mikey can just make a video production in like 2 seconds. But I mean, we're trying to bring this back for you guys. I don't want to speak for all of us, but I think it's a lot of fun, and we're proud to do it. But we're also proud of everything everyone's doing in the garrison. So.
And I actually got a chance to talk to Anthony Welling, the trooper who did the little shout out for us at the KRG toy show. And he was nice to hear that there's people actually listening out there. So they exist.
Yes. Yeah. I was happy to get his bumper, and Mikey made it. I just put the Starkiller Garrison logo, and Mikey made it 10 times better. So,
thanks, Mikey.
Well, I'm about 50% done with the TIE fighter flying in the rainbow. I'm trying to draw all this. I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. I gotta get the episode done. But it will be done before next episode, or maybe we'll edit it in before this gets posted. We'll see. We'll see. It's happening.
Awesome. Yeah. So, if anyone else up there, if you want to be famous and be on the podcast with your shout outs,
yes.
So, but now it's time to read our disclaimer that the 501st Legion is a worldwide Star Wars costuming organization comprised of and operated by Star Wars fans. While it is not sponsored by Lucasfilm Limited, it follows generally accepted ground rules for Star Wars fan groups. Star Wars, its characters, costumes, and all associated items are the intellectual property of Lucasfilm, copyright and trademark Lucasfilm Limited, all rights reserved, used under authorization. And as always, don't sue us, please.
Hey, well, thanks everyone for listening. This is our second episode, really, of bringing it all back. Any final thoughts from anyone?
Thanks for listening, everybody.
May the force be with you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. For the Empire.
For the Empire.
Yes.